Hello and welcome to this video with 5 easy ways to train your brain for success. Now, if you've seen my work before, you'll know I'm always talking about mindset, and that's because your mind really is your secret weapon when it comes to business. It's also the biggest reason we don't always achieve our goals. But the good news is that you can harness your brain for business success. And just like any other muscle, you can train your brain. Now, as I said, you'll have heard me talk about mindset work before, but in this video, I want to give you 5 easy ways that you can get started. Because maybe you think, oh, this sounds great, but I don't have the time or I don't know where to begin. That was actually me a few years ago. So here's 5 easy ways that you can get started. And trust me, it won't take lots of time and you will definitely thank me for this in the future. Making a start on this is the first step on your way to more success. So number 1, practicing gratitude. Being grateful for everything that you do have in your life and business right now puts you in a much stronger place to grow your business. It's so easy to focus on what we don't have, but that doesn't really fuel growth. It just gives us lack and more lack. So we need to have gratitude for what you've already got. Now, this is actually, might sound a bit fluffy, practicing gratitude. So, oh, I'm so grateful for this and that, but it actually has a well-researched array of benefits to an individual. Research shows that grateful people are happier, they're more resilient, they're calmer, they have better relationships, and they have a greater satisfaction. That all sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Now, I found over time that practicing gratitude on a daily basis means I can be grateful for both positive and even negative experiences. Even though that sounds a bit bizarre, it's always good to see the silver lining. It helps me stay in the moment and it makes me much more grounded. All that really gives me so much to push forward in business from. Now look, you can start practicing gratitude right now while you're watching this very video, because you've got a device which is letting you see this video. So have gratitude for your computer, your smartphone, whatever it is you're watching on. You've got more than many people in the world already. I always think when I wake up in my warm, comfortable bed in my own home, I just take a second to think, oh, I'm so lucky. What an amazing way to start the day. Now it's easy to wake up, isn't it? Thinking, oh, I'm so tired, I've got so much to do. But actually, when you wake up thinking, I am so grateful for this day. I'm so grateful for the opportunities today brings. So grateful for this tea, this shower, this coffee, whatever, fits into your morning. It really, really helps to move you forward. It really does. So try that. Start practicing gratitude, maybe even for this very video that you're watching, and see how that moves you forward each morning really well. Okay, number 2, self-talk. Now, the most powerful words are surely the words that we say to ourselves. But if we're honest, they aren't always the most helpful words that we say to ourselves. I mean, do you ever find yourself beating yourself up for not being further ahead in your business journey, for not getting everything on your to-do list done, for not knowing more, to not feeling a different way? I know I have from time to time. Sometimes we're quite mean to ourselves, aren't we? Now, what I would love you to start doing in this 5 steps to start training your brain is to think how you could be kinder to yourself. How could you be nicer to yourself? What words would help you more? Now, self-talk is well investigated in the world of sport. Unsurprisingly, research finds that positive self-talk leads to positive outcomes and increased performance. So imagine if you twisted that little voice around to say nice things to yourself. So why not listen out for how you speak to yourself over the next few days? Whether you literally talk out loud, which I do, even though my husband thinks it's nuts, or the words are just like rolling around in your head, are they kind? Are they supportive? Are they positive? And you can always ask yourself this: would I speak to a friend like this? And if the answer is no, well, that says quite a lot, doesn't it? So why don't you try talking to yourself as if you're talking to a friend? What if a friend approached you and said, oh, I'm stuck with this, I'm worried about this? You would listen, you'd give some practical suggestions. So start doing the same for yourself. You'd be amazed at the difference it can make. So my next suggestion for you to get started with training your brain is to slot more positivity into your day, and doing this by not using any new time. Now, I believe we've all got these little 5-10 minute windows of time, so let's use those. Maybe it's when you're driving, mucking out, walking the dog or something, but we've all cooking the dinner, emptying the dishwasher. We've all got these little bits of time where we can put something positive in with just a small amount of thought and a little bit of planning. So maybe that's listening to an audio book. Maybe it's listening or watching to a video like this. Maybe it is listening to a really inspiring podcast. It doesn't really matter. It just needs to be something that makes you go, wow, yes, I can do it. Feel inspired, feel motivated, feel full of energy, and maybe learn something new. Personally, I love an audio book when driving. It's so cool to reach your destination knowing more than when you set off. I love that. But whatever works for you. Maybe you love music. Have an inspiring playlist, which makes you feel like a real boss lady in business, because that's so positive. Rather than listening to the news or adverts, which can really kind of bring you down. Like, let's put all the positivity in. So entirely up to you how you do that, but it doesn't need to take up lots of time. All these amazing free resources available to you at literally the push of a button. So start slotting more positivity into your day. Great way to train your brain. My next one is the power of pictures. Your mind sees in pictures. Like, that's how our brains work. We don't see in words, we see in pictures. So if you can create a mental image of what it is you want to create in the future, that could be a new yard, a new client, a new home, a partner, a car, a horse, anything, doesn't matter. When you can get that picture in your mind and you can revisit that image and you can make it as real and as bright and as technicolor as possible, that will get you there so much quicker. Why does that work? Because it helps switch on this really clever part of your subconscious, the RSA, reticular activating system. And that is basically like typing into a search engine in your head, this is what I want. And when we do that, your subconscious will go and look for opportunities. It will look for what you ask it for. If you are showing it what you don't want, which we do so often, don't we? Oh, why do I not want this? I don't want that. So often we're showing ourselves what we don't want. But actually, if we show ourselves what we do want, our goal, our dream, your brain will help you get there. And that's an amazing way to start training your brain. Also, what will happen when you do this is your brain will be like, okay, this is happening. And you'll feel more confident and more certain about your goal, give you more motivation, you'll take more action, which unsurprisingly is going to lead to better results. So why not start by focusing on this image right before you fall asleep? The last few minutes before you fall asleep, so powerful to train your brain and access your subconscious. It really is. So why not use those last few minutes of the day? It's no new time after all. You're already going to be lying there in bed. Just fall asleep with a picture of what you want to create. Like any new skill, it may take a little bit of time to make it feel like a new habit, but it's possible. So persevere, because that will make a huge difference to you moving your business forward by training your brain to do that. Next point in brain training, get off your phone. Simple as that. Get off your phone. Technology, yes, it's amazing. Yes, it helps you with your business. Yes, it's helped me build my business. It's probably helping you too. But also not great for developing a really strong mindset. Why? We can't always control. No, we can't for all control. We can't always. It's really hard to control what you see. Most people wake up, pick up their phone straight away. And yes, you can feel like, I'm so ahead on the day. I'm in my emails. I'm scrolling social media. Actually, you are using up really valuable brain training time for, what could not be a positive experience. You might see a post on social media and just be like, oh, wow, look what she's doing. And that doesn't make you feel amazing. You might get an email that just isn't the exact best news you wanted, and then that makes you feel a bit of a downer. How about instead using that first hour of the day for something positive. We've already talked about gratitude, and we've talked about getting that image that you want to create. You could bring that up at the beginning of the day as well. We've talked about self-talk as well. You could be using all these tools at the beginning of the day. You could use the first hour of the day for these positive influences. First and last hour of the day, when your brain is in a different brainwave state, a theta state, and it's so much easier to tap into your subconscious. And this is where we want to start with the brain training. We want positivity, we want growth, we want all this, energy, all these amazing things, not negativity, comparisons, feeling a bit rubbish, the news, various social media platforms. So why not commit to small brain training and try leaving your phone downstairs at night? You could always set like an old-fashioned alarm clock if you're like, oh, I'll use my phone for my alarm. Or if you need to have your phone upstairs, but maybe you feel you need to be contactable, delete the apps. Delete the apps which will be tempted, email, social, etc. It's up to you to enforce boundaries in your business, and trust me, it will make your life so much better. It really will. Now, combining business strategy with an unshakable mindset for success is the way to build a business. It will get you there faster, and it's the way to build a business that you actually love. Strategy without the belief doesn't get you that far. It will give you some wins, but strategy with a bit of self-doubt, it's not going to take you to where you want to go. Likewise, just thinking happy thoughts and not taking any business action isn't going to work either, which is why we need to work on both. Now, you can start right now implementing these ideas I have given you today. And if you'd like any further help, if you'd like a kickstart for you and your business, then why not find out more about my Expert Academy program? You can book a clarity call with me and my team, and we will tell you about this program, how it could help you. It's my signature group coaching program for equine and canine practitioners, and it works. Quite simply, it works. It makes an incredible difference. I've seen clients fill their diaries, double their income, create new income streams, just do so much more. So just click the link below this video and you can book a call to find out more. Meanwhile, happy brain training. See you soon. Bye.